Right, we're back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast, the UK's #1 football podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. Jaydan, and this is the On The Bench podcast. And on the bench today, I got with me Mr. Talk to Frank. He's wore his Man United shirt as a brave man today. They got bashed up 3-0 by Man City. Haaland's firing. Foden's back in the score sheet. Back on the score sheet, should I say. It's a bad day in the office for Man United, man. So it's only right we start with the Man United game as it was the big game of the weekend, the big Super Sunday. Frank, what is going on with Man United? And the time bomb is ticking for Amorim. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on today's game first as well?
I actually believe. I mean, I've seen us get sort of polished at Manchester derbies plenty of times, like get spanked. I actually didn't think we played that badly, believe it or not. I genuinely don't. I think the first goal was poor defending, letting Doku go through the way that he did. It's just the top level teams don't do that, and obviously they got a bit of luck. The ball brought back to him, and he's trying to cross it, and then he's picked up Foden. And I knew Foden was going to do something. He always turns up against United, always, 100%. Even if he's having the worst time, injuries, whatever, he'll come back. He'll turn up against United. He's just one of those players. He loves the Manchester derby. That was the first goal. The second goal was obviously, to be fair, the second goal was really good play from City, but it's just bad defending again. It's not good enough from us.
Third goal was terrible as well.
The third goal.
Terrible
but the third goal, we're pushing for a goal. We're trying to nick. I mean, did you see Donnaruma's save from Mbeumo's volley?
No, I missed it. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I told you.
At 2-0, 2-0, if that goes in bottom corner, it's a game changer, and that's what we were trying to do: push for a goal. And then obviously on the break, when you've got Haaland, that is Haaland's bread and butter: counter attack, running into space. You ain't catching him. And guess who was chasing him? Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah, he ain't gonna catch him, man. And it's really, really disappointing. I think a lot of fans, United, City, rival fans, Arsenal, Liverpool, whatever, they actually thought United might get a result today. But
I had you lot to win. I think I was on TikTok live yesterday as well. A lot of fans were saying, Man United might do it, but
But do you know what? The one thing I will say is it's the same problems over and over and over again. We can't create enough chances. We can't score goals. When we create chances, we don't take them. The amount of times that we had openings, I mean, even little moments like, our midfield is so weak. It's just not good enough. And, we had players like Ugarte picking up the ball from deep. There's space to run in behind for a player like Mbeumo. They're playing the ball too late and he's offside. Little things like that. When you've got a player like Wharton, when you've got a player like, Rodri, for example, or even at Arsenal, you've got players like Declan Rice. If they can play that pass through on time, it's a game changer. They can cover ground. And like I keep saying, you're playing 2 in midfield predominantly against 3. If you're doing that, the 10s need to help out more, which is difficult. The wing backs are pushing up. And, Dorgu, I do like Dorgu. I think he's a young player. He's trying, physicality's there, but he's got no end product, man. He's got no final product. He's struggling, man.
So when do you feel like it's time for Amorim to switch up his system?
It's not going to happen.
When did Bruno did push up more forward, I heard.
Yeah, in the last 20 odd minutes,
That's what I'm saying, and you saw he was getting into areas.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this, push him up forward. And I think it's time that Amorim puts Bruno more in the 10.
Yeah, that's a different argument.
You need Bruno there, you need him there.
Closer to goal.
100%.
I mean, you're absolutely right, because it goes back to the argument that I'm making. We can't seem to create and score goals. He can.
Yeah.
So just play him there.
Yeah,
And I know, look, I do understand what Amorim's saying. It's not this problem with the system, because Palace play 3 at the back. They play the same system. But their personnel are well drilled, for whatever reason. Maybe the managers had more time. Maybe they've got the better personnel for the system. Maybe they're more committed. But when you've got a player like Bruno Fernandes playing deeper, and don't get me wrong, I understand why he's playing there, because when everyone's fit, Cunha, you want him in a 10. And Mbeumo, you want him in a 10. You want a number 9 like Šeško or whatever, like a striker, proper striker. But when they're not, like Cunha's injured right now, play Bruno in a 10, man. Bring in Kobbie Mainoo.
So what about you do 4-2?
It's not going to happen. He's not going to change the system.
3-1.
He's not going to change the system.
So then you've got Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno,
and a striker.
And
No, you're right. I understand. Listen, I understand
simple.
logically, yeah. But you know what? What Ruben Amorim said, I just on the way in today, I heard his interview as well with a news channel, and he basically said other managers have had the opportunity to do that, and it's not worked. It's just not work. Like the formation, he goes, it's not the system. And I do agree with that
What
to
do
a
you mean?
degree.
Say that again, though. Repeat
Basically, what he said is other managers. He's probably talking about Oli, Ten Hag, Van Nistelrooy,
I've played the 4-3-2-1.
and it's not worked.
Yeah.
It's not worked. It's not worked. Well, maybe that's a personnel
4-2-1-3,
thing. Maybe that's
sorry.
whatever system it is. Look, there's a lot of talk about the system. When Amorim first got the job, I said on here, I've done a bit of background research on him, and he played a 4-3-3. I think it was a 4-2-3-1, whatever, in his first 2 games, and he lost both of them.
Yeah, but he's
in his
got
first
different
role.
players now.
Right. Hold on. What happened after that was he then went to a 3-5-2 like he does play, whatever system it is now, and it worked, and he started winning. After they said, I will never go back to the old system again. And it's just one of those things. And the owners knew it, the directors knew it. This is the system I'm going to play. This is one of the reasons why Liverpool didn't take him as manager, because he refused to change, and they didn't want to play the system.
And see stubbornness sometimes. Obviously, if it goes to plan,
it's great.
You're
but
laughing.
If, not,
if it doesn't go to plan, your job's at risk, and you're not going to get the results. And I think it's time for him to switch up. Man United fans, so what system would you want to do, and what formation would you do?
And what players?
And what players would you put in? I want to know. I want to hear in the comments, and I want to know what you guys would do. But yeah, so it's not looking good. Then you think you got Chelsea next Saturday.
Tough game. Yeah, it's
Again?
another tough game.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, my only hope is that I think the European games are kicking in this week, aren't they?
Yeah, we're playing Tuesday.
Yeah. So I think with the European games, maybe I know they've already got a few injuries. I know they've got a big squad, but remember, Maresca's not utilising the whole squad. Yeah. He's already said there's no way back for certain players, so he will still, not utilise them. So I'm hoping that maybe with European football they're a bit more distracted. We can get a result next week. But for me, the biggest disappointment about today was the manner of the defeat. 3-0 looked so bad, and it wasn't a 3-0 game. Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. I promise you right now, if you lot, Arsenal, decide to turn up next week, you wipe the floor with the City team.
I reckon we'll beat them.
Believe me. Was it 4-1 last year or 4-0 last season that you beat them?
4-1
or 4-0? 4-1. I'm telling you right now, but just trust me, like the way that they played, don't get me wrong, they defended well in moments, but we made it easy for them at times. If Arsenal play the way that they can play, like the way they play against Forest the other day, for example, you wipe the floor with this City team easily. I'm telling you, because they're not that good. It reminds me a bit of the Wolves game in the first game of the season. They won 4-0. It looked great because of the scoreline, but Wolves should have got a couple of goals in that game. They could have made it interesting. And they should have scored first, furthermore, to make it tougher for City. But you don't take your chances, you don't win games, man.
Yeah, it's true. Let's move to the next weekend. So you got Chelsea coming up. You're Amorim. What are you doing? What's the system you're playing?
It's not going to change.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what would you like to see as a Man United fan?
I think Bruno needs to go.
Chelsea game?
Yeah, I think the biggest change that I would make. I mean, Mazraoui's back now. He actually had a decent game today. Not great, but he's not really match fit yet. I think we need to make sure that our defenders can defend the channels first and foremost. Our centre backs, a bit like Gabriel and Saliba do. They're so good at defending the channels. It's become so important, especially in a system like this. So Euro, again, I don't think he had an excellent game today, but he is one of the best defenders at doing that at our club. I play him. I play Mazraoui and probably De Ligt, and then I'd play obviously probably Dorgu at left wing back. I'd have Ahmad at right wing back. I would, because he looked good when he was But what I would do is bring in either Casemiro or Kobe Mainu next to Ugarte, I guess, even though Ugarte didn't really play well today. And then I push Bruno in a 10.
How long's Cunha out for?
Do you know what? I'm not sure. I think it's a few more weeks. A couple or a few more weeks, yeah.
So you can slap Bruno in the 10 really?
Yeah, for a few games,
yeah. Okay, sick. It's going to be interesting to see what he actually does now.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't win that, who you got?
Brentford away.
Brentford away.
Yeah, which is another tricky game.
Well, look what they've done to Chelsea.
Yeah.
So,
but the other thing I wanted to say was what I said about Sesko. I said on this podcast a while ago, I've come to the conclusion a while ago where I think that a top team like Arsenal, like United, like Liverpool, because there's so much scrutiny on your club, every top team in the Premier League needs to have an experienced goalkeeper and an experienced striker. Not necessarily to start, but in the squad that can come in and out. Now, we've got Tom Heaton. He's 40-odd, whatever he is, 39, 40, whatever he is, but he's not going to play.
Yeah.
So we've gone for Lamens over Emi Martinez. Time will tell if that's going to be a good sign and if he's as good as they say he is. But I think we should have gone for Martinez, man.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Even if it's an extra.
He's a brilliant shot stopper.
Yeah.
You know already he's a brilliant shot stopper.
And Sesko, going back to my point about Sesko, I do like him, but I think it's going to be my biggest fear is going to be another Højlund situation. I mean, Højlund scored the other day on his Napoli debut yesterday, of course. So he's got off to a good start, but I just feel like I do like Sesko, like I said, I do, and I feel like he can be a top player potentially, but you need an experienced striker to back him up, man.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the Brentford Chelsea game. Good game.
Yeah, very good game. Yeah,
Very good game.
I enjoyed that.
Surprised Chelsea lost.
Drew,
sorry.
I was gonna say.
Wanted them to lose. No, they drew last minute. I think it was 2? It was
2-2. Yeah.
2-2. No, but it was 2 last minute.
Two late goals. Yeah, Caicedo and then
And then Fabio
Garnacho
Carvalho
lost his man at the back post, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't know why
he looked good though.
Yeah, he did look.
He
mate,
looked electric.
Look,
He looked electric.
you will see what I'm
He
on
looked
about.
very electric. I can't even lie. He did look good.
Yeah.
He did look good.
But I don't know why it's him at the back post, marking, defending.
I read in the comments they were saying Reece James should have been at the back.
Well, yeah, someone. It should have been somewhat defensive-minded player more so,
There, so. But yeah, it was a good game, though, exciting. I'm surprised. Like I said, Brentford haven't been the best this season either.
But you know what? They play well, man.
Yeah, they play well.
I can see where they're trying. Sharda looks a good player, man.
Yeah.
He looks a very, very good player. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the German league. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
Took his goal well as well.
Yeah, but he just looks a really good. He looks rapid as well. I didn't think it was that fast. And do you know what? I've given their manager Keith Andrews a bit of stick, but I feel like he's slowly getting to terms with the Premier League. The only question is, can he pick up enough points to keep himself in the job for when they start, picking up form?
I reckon I pick up form. After this draw now, they'll get going because that's a hard game.
So?
Yeah.
You think they'll take a lot of confidence?
Confidence because Chelsea's a good team.
Yeah,
they're a good team at the moment. And to win late as well, when you get winning the game late as well.
Yeah. To get a point, late.
You know what I'm saying? It gives you that.
The one thing I noticed about them is they're physical, man.
Yeah.
They were bullying Chelsea at times, and I don't see that happen to Chelsea much more nowadays.
But I think Maresca, he won't do what he done again because he's played his B kind of C-ish team. Then at half time he said, "All right,
bring on.
Here you go, boys.
James,
bring on the troops." And he's brought the troops.
Well,
so he's brought on Palmer. Palmer's goal was really good.
Oh, that's a quality finish. Yeah, that was beautiful. Class, it's so sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, like it was so simple. It looked simple, but it's just like the way he took it, and it's just like bam.
Yeah. No. That is not. That is such a
hard
thing.
It looks
on the half.
simple.
Yeah. The way he done it.
Yeah.
But on the half volley, that's either going that way
and the way he slotted it, and it was just like
class.
Sweet,
it's class.
Man. Yeah. We was having a debate last night on TikTok. There was like Palmer's way better than Saka. There's like
I don't think.
way. They're like he's way better, and they're saying that Saka's market value is gonna drop now because of all his injuries. He's so injury prone.
That I can understand.
And they're like he's injured. He said, so when do you say Saka's not good no more? Because you have to be available, and he's not putting up the numbers, and he's always injured. So what's your thoughts on that?
No, I think that's a fair argument, but I wouldn't say Palmer's like levels ahead of Saka or anything like that. Absolutely not. I think look, I really like watching Saka play. I think he makes things happen. He's a proper player. He's an honest player.
Yeah.
He's consistent. You always know what you're going to get from him. Very, very rarely has a bad game. Whereas, Cole Palmer over the last season, he had a lot of games where he was missing.
Yeah.
But like you said, nail on the head there. I think, as Sean always said, the best ability is availability.
Yeah.
And if you're not available, then you're no use to the team.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just, one or two little injuries that he's had. Or the hamstring injury he had last season was a bad one. He had surgery and everything. But maybe this season I don't know. Is it a recurrence of that? Do you know? I don't know what it is.
Hamstring.
Again,
hamstring.
It's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is just a little blip in terms of like his injuries, but hopefully he comes back fit and firing.
God willing, because Odegaard came off as well, injured, shoulder injury.
Yeah, but that was more upper body. That's a bit.
No, he had a shoulder injury. That's what he had in the last game when he come off.
Oh, was it the same?
Yeah, same shoulder injury.
Okay,
again,
well he needs to get that sorted then because it might be a.
But we don't know I don't know if Arteta's rushing them back or the physios or maybe not even Arteta because there must be a process where they say he's fit to come back and it's reoccurring injuries. So maybe they're not fully fit. But
this is why you got options now.
And I'm glad. Yeah. And I'm glad about the options because we didn't miss Saliba. Didn't miss Odegaard when he come off.
Mascara looked really good. He looks really, really good.
Brilliant player. Didn't miss Saka. Madueke looks brilliant. And I'm happy with Arsenal's squad depth at the moment. Normally when Saliba or Gabriel's not in the squad, it's like...
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a major problem. You see it, but Mascara looks... We'll see on Sunday because he's going to be playing hard. It's a bigger challenge. He's going to be folding plays. It's the quality is going to be there now, isn't it? But Chris Wood's a decent player.
No. Come on. Yeah, Chris, he done well. But look, I know that Eze looked good. I know that Gyökeres scored fair play. We should move on to the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. I thought Eze's assist to Gyökeres was brilliant on his weaker foot. The way he just played that ball across was excellent. But the one player that's really, really impressing me from sort of mid to end of last season to this season is Julian Timber. Mate, nothing comes down his side. I've noticed, like, very, very, very rarely does anything come down his side. Yeah, he's strong, he's quick, he's physical. The one sort of concern, from a neutral that I had when he picked up his knee ligament injury. Yeah. It's all about your sideways movement, and because he's low,
be the same.
Right? Yeah. He is. He looks strong. He looks solid. He's quick. He reads the game well. He's aggressive. Yeah. He's better in the air than people think. There was one moment, I think, was it Milenkovic he beat in the air? Yeah. At the back post. I was like, fair play, man. So he looks a top player.
Seeing Arsenal yesterday, the squad is coming together.
The depth,
and Rice wasn't playing as well. Yeah. This is my boy, I told you, like, the goal, man.
It was deflection, by the way.
Oh, God. You see these haters, man. Goal of the month?
Well, we have to wait and see. Yeah, so far, I'd say so. Yeah, absolutely. He rifled that into the top corner.
Yeah. That was
a great hit.
2 goals as well.
Yeah.
Told you he's a baller, man.
No, well, I know he's a baller, but let's see.
No, you said that he's not gonna. No, you didn't say he's not. You said he might struggle in the Premier League.
But so far, so good. Yeah, physicality and everything. But he's more physical than I thought he was.
Well, Elliot Anderson's in midfield.
He actually had a really good game.
Yeah.
I thought Anderson. The only thing I will say about the Arsenal game was, I thought Murillo was brilliant up until he got injured. He was blocking everything, clearing everything. And from your first goal, funny enough, Zubimendi's goal, if you see, he gets fouled. Mourinho gets fouled. He tries to, he stabs the ball away, gets kicked to the back. The referee don't see it. Obviously, the linesman can't see it. From that corner, Zubimendi goes and scores, and then Murillo goes off injured. And after he went off injured, they capitulated. They just capitulated. But I did think Elliot Anderson, do you know what? He looks the part, man. Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a top player.
Arsenal, though, man, we're looking well. If Gyökeres got another goal, it's 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Is he proving the haters wrong? Is he
so far? Yeah,
he's getting his goals, and they're saying, well, it's only against Leeds.
It doesn't matter.
It's the Premier League. Yeah. And this is what I don't like about football fans, because they'll say, it's against this club, do it against Man United, do it against Liverpool. But he's getting goals. That's it. Goals win games, and he took his goal well. Eze with the assist as well, his first Emirates debut. Brilliant assist as well.
It was.
He's first time, and that's the difference between a good left winger. He's not actually a left winger, but a player that plays good at left
creative,
and then a player like Martinelli. Not disrespect to Martinelli, but then a player that plays like Martinelli, where head down. Yeah. Does he pick that pass out?
No.
Do you understand?
I don't think
this
he
is the
does.
thing. He doesn't pick. To me, I think Martinelli tries to drive towards goal.
100%
and tries to score.
Yeah.
But Eze is used to playing for striker as well, so.
No, it was a brilliant assist. And it wasn't just that. He showed some... I thought he was quiet at times, but when he got the ball, he always utilised it when he showed some really good touches as well.
Touches, knocks, flicks, beating his man, pause.
He's class.
Yeah, he's a brilliant...
He's class, man. He's class.
I'm so excited. I just want to see him and... Do you know what, though? Does Madueke keep Saka out? If he keeps this up... Obviously, we know he's not going to keep Saka out the squad, but... He's pushing. He's pushing.
He's starting to believe in himself. Not that he lacks. Not that he lacks belief in himself. But I feel like when he first came, I know he's just moved now, but the first sort of appearance or two, he was playing a bit more within himself, just a little bit. But I feel like he's getting confident now.
But he's playing on the left, and if you watched that game when Saka got injured and he went over to the right hand side, you saw straight away.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
in my time, and he started doing flicks, and he started. The confidence come back. Does he keep Saka out the squad? Could he keep Saka out the squad, or do you think Saka no matter how good someone on that right hand side is playing, whether it's Dalman, Nwaneri, or Madueke, Saka's always going to start?
I think Saka has to be one of the first names on the team sheet. But with that being said, the manager has to go on form. And remember one thing: the other thing is the amount of games that you guys have as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's good to have the options, because, if let's say Madueke plays 6, 7, 8 games in a row until Saka comes back, he might need a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
And then come back again into the team. And now like Arsenal fans have been crying out for. If Saka needs a rest, take him out for a game or two.
We've got a solid replacement.
Right. Yeah. So and then you can sort of manage the workload rather than Saka plays 90 minutes every game.
Yeah.
Which is it's just can't work.
And it's a good problem to have for the bench as well.
Of course it is.
It's like take off Saka, and then we've got another.
Yeah.
Whoever's playing left back, you've got another problem to deal with.
Absolutely. But it takes me back to my point I've been saying for the last however long.
You're going back a lot, innit? Back to the future.
No, yeah.
So I called you Marty, mate. Back to the future.
No, but you have to win a trophy this season. You have to
100%.
win something because in order, not from the fans, but to keep the players happy. To show them that, right, we are working towards something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a league title because we'll come on to Liverpool in a second. They're another problem. But or a European Cup. But even if you win one of the domestic trophies, it shows that you're working towards something.
We're not happy with it. I've said this before.
Well,
we're not.
We're gonna have this debate until you do win something.
Yeah, but I've spoken to other Arsenal fans. It's either the Premier League or the Champions League. We don't want no FA Cup. We don't want Carabao Cup. It's got to be the league.
Well, then let's see. And otherwise, what, you sacking a manager? You can't sack the manager.
You know my stance. I've said it's how we lose. I've always said that. It's how we lose it. Yeah. If we lose it and Liverpool's been good, Man City's firing, and everybody's going.
But then how long do you give that reason for? How long do you wait until you say?
You've got to be realistic in football, though, bro.
I agree with you. Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying? You've got to be realistic because if there's two other good clubs going at it as well, and you lose, but you went at it, you can't blame the manager because things. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you understand? Like, I wouldn't get rid of it.
No, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'm like, do not go anywhere near that manager. You let him do what he's doing and just keep supporting him and feeding him.
If we lose and don't win the league because of Arteta's mistakes, he's teams he's putting out, we might draw a game. He's not doing subs fast enough, and he's doing little silly things.
In-game management.
Yeah. Obviously, like I said, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes all the time. But from the outside, what we see, then obviously I'm going to be like...
Fair enough.
It's a different story.
Fair enough.
We'll take it from there. But yeah, moving on to Tottenham, West Ham.
I watched that as well, yeah.
Yeah, good game as well.
Yeah.
Xavi Simons, baller.
Do you think he looked good? I thought he was all right.
He had moments of.
It's his first game in the Premier League.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about the Premier.
You got an assist though from the corner.
But it shows you showing little glimpses of.
Yeah.
He didn't play poor.
No. He didn't play badly, and he's another option for them. But I thought Spurs looked good again, man. They really, really did.
That's a big game as well.
Yeah.
London
against
derby, West Ham rivalry.
West Ham, Potter's in trouble, isn't he? Big trouble. Yeah. The fans are not happy.
Yeah, this why I used to jump on the Tik Tok lives. The fan comes like, "British get his park." Just getting mad in the comments. Tik Tok lives gets lively on that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, he was. They want Potter out, man. They're saying he doesn't know what he's doing. This is the thing with managers. Why do they choose to leave? I get you want a bigger opportunity, but he was good at Brighton. Why not?
Yeah, but you can't. Nah, you can't. No, but you can't.
It's a pattern,
right? First of all, every manager, if you don't believe in yourself, then forget about it. If you get offered a job tomorrow, because they offered him big money at Chelsea, by the way, they were paying his salary for it for a long time. That's why he was out of work for over a year, I think it was. Yeah, because he was still getting decent money from his salary because they sacked him quick. But if you get offered an opportunity at a bigger company for 3-4 times your salary and you say no, I'm sorry, but that's foolish, in my opinion. You've got to have belief in yourself, because if he does it with Chelsea, yes, he was doing well at Brighton at the time, but if he does it with Chelsea, you're going to get so much more recognition, so much more sort of, renowned recognition, let's say, not just from domestic, but from, worldwide. And potentially one day he could have been in line for the England job.
Yeah. But we've seen it time and time again. These managers, they move Nuno at Wolves, leaves Wolves, goes to Tottenham, messes up, goes to Nottingham Forest. It's been a downwards. Yeah, but it's a downward spiral.
Okay.
And I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of other managers. But it's a repeated thing we see, even with certain strikers that come up from these Brightons and they go to an Arsenal. Sometimes it works,
but you have to take that leap, Jay. You have to.
If you look at, I need to look into it properly and get some stats up. But I'm sure if we look at the amount of times some of these players and managers leave their club they're doing really good at and make that big step, it don't work out a lot of the time.
Yeah, right. So, for example, you look at Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe moved from Bournemouth to Newcastle. I think he's done a very good job at Newcastle, and he's won their first trophy in 6 or 7 years.
That's a similar move.
Come on. Newcastle are a bigger club than Bournemouth.
It's not a Bournemouth to Arsenal. It's not a Bournemouth to Man United.
So
it's
David
not Bournemouth
Moyes,
to Chelsea.
David Moyes moved from Everton to Man United, for example.
That's a big.
Right.
Everton
are a big club, right?
But it's not top 6 big.
Yeah, but
it's a big
Chelsea
club.
were though. Chelsea are a top 6 club. Chelsea are a top 6 club.
What do you mean? No, you said.
No. I'm saying when Graham Potter,
Newcastle,
because you said why did Graham Potter leave Brighton for Chelsea? It's a no-brainer. You got to go to Chelsea.
No, but it's the pattern.
You're saying it doesn't work. It's a gamble.
It's that,
Mate,
Thomas
Frank has just gone from Brentford to Spurs. He could become a top manager for them and go and potentially start challenging for leagues or something. We could. I don't know. I'm just saying. Or win, trophies. I know Ange won one, but Spurs finished 17th in the league. Or it could completely capitulate and you could say, Frank, I was right. I told you.
Tottenham's it's a big club, cool, but it's not
elite. Yeah, but
we know, like, no disrespect to Tottenham when I feel it, but it's not elite.
But
Chelsea,
that
Man
opportunity
United,
may never come.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
But the opportunity may never come. The opportunity may never come, though.
Anything lower than that, it's not elite. Yeah, go on. What are you saying, sorry?
No. I'm saying the opportunity may never come. So if I'm managing a club that's 12th in the league on average, between 12th and 8th, let's say, and then a top 6 club comes in for me, right? And I think, you know what? I'm gonna wait for a top 2, top 3 club instead. That might never happen. You've got to try and better yourself. And who knows? We don't know what these managers, what their situation is. It could be a personal thing. It could be, a situation whereby they've taken a club as far as they can go. They're thinking, I'm not going to be able, with the resources that I've got here, with what I want to do, I can't do that at this football club. I need to go to a club with bigger and better resources. If I believe in myself, I think I can achieve success with this club. Yeah. You have to challenge yourself. At the end of the day,
Sorry,
that's all right. In any sort of sector or job or anything that you're in, you have to try and better yourself, man.
True.
You have to. You have to shoot for the stars, man. You have to go, and if it worked, I mean, imagine it did work out. Even if it is a slim chance, imagine it didn't work out, mate. He could potentially still be Chelsea manager now.
It doesn't.
Maresca left Leicester to come to Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not working out fully yet, though, is it? He's still here, but
but he's taken the gamble, though. You've got to take the job. Yeah. You can't, because you said, why do they leave their clubs? Of course you have to leave
you said Moyes as well. That was another one. Messed up, Man United.
But you can't say no to Man United.
Of course
they were.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course they were. But you can't say no to Man United. If Sir Alex Ferguson calls you and says, I want you to be the next Man United manager, you don't say, nah, I'm all right, I'm at Everton. You can't do that. You've got to say, yeah, cool.
Do you know what? I don't know, because sometimes it's better to be a legend where you're at.
That's
my
argument.
stance on it.
That's a different
I feel
argument.
like sometimes it's better stay where you are and be that club legend. And that's it.
So you're saying Harry Kane should have stayed at Spurs rather than go to Bayern?
100%.
So Erling Haaland should have stayed at Dortmund rather than move to a bigger club and just...
No,
because Man City...
No, that's different. Because Man City, you're going to win.
Right.
That's different.
Right, okay. So it's different for players?
Huh?
So it's different for players?
To a certain extent. No, I'm talking like Harry Kane was a mega super. I'm talking like a striker that's at like Nottingham Forest, bagging. Like a Chris Wood, for example. He's en route to could be like a legend at Nottingham Forest, to say, if he kept it up. And Arsenal comes in for him. The pressure's high. We need to win the league. It's just for this example. He goes there and then it goes left. You should have just stayed where you was, bro. And it's become the legend.
Fair enough.
Because of the pressure. Obviously, I know what you're saying. People want to push themselves and believe and self-belief.
You
but
have to.
I just think sometimes it's better to be the legend where you are, man.
You think about it like yourself. Like, you've got, let's say, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Or you've got, okay, it's Arsenal, I understand. But, you've got like Declan Rice. Declan Rice had his choice of Man City or Arsenal. But regardless, he wanted to move to a bigger club because he just won a trophy at West Ham, by the way, when he left.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like, West Ham done well, but you want to bet yourself. More money. Okay, you're staying in London, but it could be just your own personal ambitions. What you're trying to do.
That's one way it worked out, actually, because he's come and he's bossed.
He's done very well, yeah.
He's bossed it. So that's a side of us. He's bossed it still. Casado's kind of bossed it as well.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah. But listen, you can't. I mean, there's so many examples. There's so many examples of when players go from one club to another. I mean, look at Alexander Isak. He's gone from Newcastle to Liverpool. He's forced that move because he wants to better himself.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's gonna work.
We don't know if it's gonna work.
Torres went from Liverpool to Chelsea, and
but that was a downwards move. I mean, obviously as a club, Liverpool.
But look where he was. Yeah. Look how he was at Liverpool.
It's a good debate.
Yeah, he was one of the best strikers.
Good debate. Yeah, fair enough.
Feel me? But just talk about Liverpool anyway.
Right.
Lucky.
Right.
Get the shout up there. That's what they had on today.
Right. I tweeted.
Yeah. I tweeted on the bench. Have you set it up yet?
Not yet, but
You need to bloody say
I
it
will.
out, bruv.
I will. I tweeted about. I think the end of the first half.
Yeah.
This has got 1-0 Liverpool. Salah pen written all over
Oh,
it.
why you never sent it to me? I'd have done a little accumulator.
Honestly, it was
Yeah.
the most obvious, but Burnley were unlucky, man.
Yeah,
They defended so
I felt
well.
so sorry for the guy
Yeah.
who
Hannibal.
got the penalty. Yeah, Hannibal.
got the
You
penalty,
saw it in
yeah.
his face. He was.
He knew straight away. He didn't even try and say no. I didn't.
He was just
knew.
gutted, man.
Yeah.
I forgot Salah was on the pitch.
But this is
And
why
you came to my mind as well.
Why?
So to cut you. Yeah, it's like I'm sitting there. I'm saying, where's Salah? Did they take him off? That's number 11 there he is. I thought, my FPL points. I thought they subbed him off. He was
captain, he slaps in that penalty as well.
Yeah, but listen, it's true what you're saying. Salah, he won't do anything, and he'll get his goal, win the game.
This is what I mean. Now people are starting to understand what I've been trying to say. It's not the thing. He doesn't always affect the game.
Yeah.
There's Wirtz affects the game more. I know he's not been playing well. He's a good player.
I watched him today.
Right.
He's a baller.
Right,
Man.
but what did he do? Nothing. He didn't get any. But when the moment comes, Salah stepped up and people say it's a penalty. Wirtz, like as in no.
As Wirtz played well today.
Yeah, he played well, but he didn't do anything in the final third. That's his job. Goal and assist. Didn't do nothing.
No, but he was making things tick.
Right.
It was hard to remember. They was.
Did he have a shot on target? I don't think he did.
But he was making things tick. If you watched,
He played
him,
well.
Yeah.
It's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was involved in the game. But when the time came to step up and take the penalty, Salah did, and he buried it, and he got the 3 points for his club. That's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah.
And like it reminds me of a bit of an Henri Van Nistelrooy argument from back in the day. Man United fans used to say Van Nistelrooy, Arsenal fans used to say Henri. As a footballer, as in who was the better striker. That's what as an out and out number 9, it was Van Nistelrooy. As an out and out number 9, but as an overall player, it was Thierry Henry. There's no doubt.
Okay.
So, and this is why for me the GOAT is Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, because he was a quality player, affected the game, and he scored, and he was clutch as well. So, but yeah, so it's that kind of argument. It's a bit like the Salah Hazard argument as well. We know Hazard's a better player. We know he affected the game more.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many points? I'd love to see a stat of how many points Mo Salah has won for Liverpool since he's joined. It must be out of this world. And
it's true, you know.
That's what the top players do, man.
Yeah, we was having a debate. TikTok, we was having so much debate yesterday on TikTok. Sorry, because you brought up Hazard. We was having a debate about Hazard and Alexis Sanchez. This is way off Liverpool, but yeah. They were saying that Alexis Sanchez has had a better career than Eden Hazard.
Debatable. Very debatable.
He did say some good points. He said, look, he's had more clutch moments. He won Chile their first Copa America.
Okay.
He's done it for his club and country. He brought Arsenal back single-handedly. Obviously,
to win trophies,
He scored some brilliant goals out of his world goals. I think his GNA, I can't remember the stats, I'm not going to get into it, but his GNA at his best season, Hazard's was nowhere near it. And he was saying, look, he said, if you look at it, like Alexis Sanchez had a better career than Hazard.
I mean, it's a great debate, but I'd still go with Eden Hazard only because he's done it in the Premier League for so long. He was there for so many years.
I said I would have to look deeper into the stats and watch them again to see, but from what I can remember, watching Hazard was like nothing.
The guy's a joke.
Yeah.
Remember, the guy didn't even used to train properly.
But that's what he said. He said Hazard is more
gifted.
No, on the eye. He's like, Hazard looks good on the eye.
Okay, yeah.
He said this is what the thing is. A lot of people say, he's better because he looks good on the eye. But if you go into clutch moments, what they actually bring to the team,
yeah, fair enough.
Story.
But I do think though, to be fair, I think Alexis is more of a Hazard than he is a Salah. I do think he's the kind of player that wants to be involved in the game as well. In terms of like dribbling, beating a man, this and that. Yeah. Whereas Salah, it doesn't really matter that much to him because he knows that if that chance comes, he'll go and bury it.
They don't hardly play through Salah, for real, you know. Like,
I told you.
They don't. They more play through the middle and over to the left. They
play the ball to him.
Yeah, but they don't. It just doesn't play. It's not like Arsenal where we predominantly play down the right. Yeah,
and this is exactly what I've because I remember I watch these guys a lot. Believe it or not, I watch a lot of football.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, they got the 3 points, 4 out of 4 now.
And I was sitting there like, yes, please, they draw this. You know, like all these little games when it's like the 90th minute
matters,
or
man.
close to the end. It's like, oh my god, man. And this is what wins you the league.
Yep.
These are the moments that define you winning the league, man. It's
Attack wins you games, defense wins you titles.
Yeah. Kirkes.
He was a naughty boy today, wasn't he? He was a very naughty boy today.
Subbed off in the first half.
Because he dived and he got a yellow card. That's why. He dived in, he got a yellow card, and then there was another foul that he made. He was not last man, but like it was very, very high up the pitch, to be fair.
Yeah.
But and you see Arne Slot going like this, saying the crowd's onto the referee, another challenge, and you're off, and we can't afford to. So that I thought that's a very, very good.
Kirkes is struggling at Liverpool?
I mean,
yeah, go on.
No. So I think the best thing that they've done was keeping Robertson. Because he looked really good when he came on.
I thought that.
You see the nutmeg and then a shot. He nearly scored as soon as he came
yeah.
on. But is he struggling? I think he's made a slow start. Let's say. I don't think he's hit the ground running. I think a lot of people, including myself, thought he'd hit the ground running straight away.
Yeah.
But I do think he'll come good. I think
he looks out of place.
You think so? That bad?
I think he looks out of place, man. I don't know if I'm being too critical, but I just look at him and I think he just doesn't. He don't look comfortable, man. He looks out of place. When you watch, next game, just watch him. He looks out of place, man.
I think he's still young though, and he's 21, 22. He's not an old footballer. And it is a big move, man. You're playing for Liverpool. No disrespect to Bournemouth. He was brilliant at Bournemouth. They're a very good football club. But Liverpool's another.
It's another level, and they're challenging.
It's
obviously every game, every point in this.
It's more scrutiny.
Yeah, and you mostly got Van Dijk on your back because if you make a mistake.
100%. Damn right.
Do you know what? I didn't think about that. People like Van Dijk, I couldn't even imagine what it's like defending with him next to you because he must be one of them. He looks moany. You know,
but you need it though.
No, you need. I know what you mean, but it can. You don't want to make a mistake. You know what it's like? You must be moany.
I was like that, to be fair, on the pitch.
I could imagine. Come on, Mr. Roy Keane, bruv.
Anyone that's played football with me knows Frank would get in your ear the whole game, man. On and off the pitch.
Huh?
On and off the pitch.
Well, if we do any charity games, bruv, you're on the opposite side. Guys, don't play Frank with me, bruv. We'd end up having a fizzy. We'd end up being at Misfits after.
Oh, man.
On the bench, have a fizzy, boy. Newcastle, let's quickly as we move on because we've got to wrap it up soon.
He scored. Baltimore. Your guy, you said, I reckon he's going to score, and he did.
He scored a header.
Good header.
Whistler's out for 5 weeks as well, so he's going to
get more game time.
When's... Oh, no, things not back for now, is he, Gordon? I think he's got 2 more games.
Yeah, he's got 2 more games, yeah. He can play in the Champions League.
He can Champions
League? Yeah, he can play Champions League.
So we might see the setup. Okay, cool,
yeah.
I think they look decent. I only saw a bit of highlights, but he looked like a decent little player, man.
Well, it's their first win. He scored a winning goal as well. He's got off the marks straight away. Obviously, they paid a lot of money for him. Yeah. 90. Do you know what? Can you imagine a few years ago, someone said to you, Newcastle are going to pay 90 million euros for a player?
Yeah, but remember, they've got I think they're the richest owners in the league.
Yeah, they are. But because of PSR, they can't spend it all, can they?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how he hits the ground running, man.
Yeah.
Let's get Lee on the podcast. But I think the team they signed him from, they bought him for like peanuts.
Right. Okay. There's your argument right there that you were making earlier. You've got to step up to show what you can do at a different level. You have to, man.
Yeah.
You know, like okay, Newcastle. Obviously, we know that they're a big club, but it's the appeal of the Premier League. Every top player wants to play in the Premier League because they know that it's just levels. Even Šeško said in an interview, because it's quicker, it's more physical. You see the difference straight away, man. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. It don't matter who you're playing. The players are rapid, they're quick, they're strong.
Speaking of strikers, who do you think so far going into game week 5 is going to be top goal scorer
of the season?
Yeah. Let's not say season, by December.
Haaland. I just think Haaland is I can't stand the guy, man. He bags it again. He's 7 goals he scored against United.
Do you reckon he'll be top goal scorer by January?
I said he'll be top scorer by the end of the season, and I can't see anything changing. Isak's missed the first 4 games. He wasn't even in the squad today. I mean, I can't see him coming in and banging in like a whole load of... He will score a lot of goals, but I think Haaland will be too clear.
Like that.
Yeah. You're thinking Gyökeres.
Do you know what? I forgot to bring up the Gyökeres. He's looked fitter when he was running.
He looked
didn't
very
look so
good
heavy.
Second half.
Yeah, I saw him. He chased the ball down. He didn't look so. He had a bit. I was thinking, is this what they were saying? Because they said he's got pace, and I was thinking pace.
Yeah,
but I saw it yesterday. He
was closing. He was closing. I think the one of the biggest things that because when United were looking at him as well, one of the biggest things that they were looking at is the amount of running he does, which is very important, especially in an Amorim system. You've got to do a lot of running.
You talking about Saka?
No.
Gyökeres.
And look, I said it from ages ago. I said the best striker, the best suited to the way Arsenal play, the best suited striker was Osimhen, in my opinion.
100%.
Second would have probably been Šeško. then Gyökeres. That's my opinion
Why
from what I see.
Sesko, though? We don't need. Like I said to you, obviously he's good with his feet, but Havertz.
What about Havertz?
You don't need Havertz and Sesko. You want to be able to bring on somebody, and it's different. I wouldn't want to see.
You think Havertz and Sesko are the same player?
Not exactly the same, but they're
similar.
Both tall, lanky. I wouldn't want to see like Havertz on the bench. We take off Sesko and bring on Havertz, and seeing him at you lot. It's the same thing.
but don't judge a player on Man United, please, because as I just said to you before, Rasmus Højlund.
So what's Sesko's key attributes?
He's very good in the air. He is quick. He can hold the ball up, and he's got very, very good feet as well. And he can finish when he gets a proper chance, but he hasn't had that yet.
So Havertz can hold the ball up.
But
You said what's the difference?
He's a better finisher than Havertz. I'll tell you that for sure.
I said that last time. So Havertz can hold the ball up. He can score a header. He's not the worst of his feet, and he's strong.
But I don't think Havertz is...
Just I'm saying, what is the difference?
I think Sesko's quicker than Havertz. He does things quicker than Havertz does. He does,
he might be
and he'd be more reliable for the goal.
But it's this not a major. You wouldn't want to have those two players in your squad.
Well, the other thing I would say is he's both-footed. Sesko. Havertz isn't. Havertz is very left foot.
So as a man, if you was an Arsenal fan, you would be happy if we signed Sesko over Gyökeres.
I think with the way that you're not playing, the options that you've got, at Arsenal, Sesko could have been elite, in my opinion. I don't know. The thing of Gyökeres is 27, so he's not young. You know, the guy that coached both Haaland and Sesko apparently has turned around and said that Sesko could be on Haaland's level in a couple of years. That's his old coach that coached both of them. He said he's that good. But I don't know if he'll develop the same way at Man United. This is the problem. This is why I said at the start, we need experienced strikers who can step in, get a goal or two, can handle the game temperament-wise, not after 10 games not scoring or barely getting any sniff, think, oh, no, I've made a mistake. No, experienced striker will be able to take that load on.
So you believe Arsenal could have made a mistake, possibly?
No, I don't think they made a mistake because, like Sean said, beginning of the season, whichever striker you get will score goals for Arsenal with the way that you play. Yeah. But I just feel like, imagine Gyökeres was 22 rather than 27, 28. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Of course you'd want that more because, you know, his value is going to go up. You know, his ceiling's going to go higher. His ceiling, I don't know how much higher it can get, Gyökeres. But then you don't really... What do you care? If he goes and bags 25, 30 goals a season, you don't care about his ceiling. You need for the now. Which is what United needed at the time. Which is why I said to you, I think Gyökeres would have been better suited to United because he's got more experience.
That's fair enough.
That's just my opinion.
Are you not playing... Sorry, you're not playing the cup games today?
What do you mean?
You're playing in the cup?
Can we move it on, please?
Why?
What do you mean, why? You know we're not in Europe.
No, there's... What cup is it on Tuesday? Carabao Cup is
We're out. We're out to Grimsby. Are you for real right now? He knows, man. You know, bro. What are you trying it for? Get me to buy. I told you, don't wind me up tonight.
You've been pretty calm, man.
Do you know what?
Can
I be honest? Before I came to the pod, I was dreading it. I didn't want to come in. I was driving through the rain, awful weather. But I actually feel like this has been therapy for me. I actually feel better now.
This is what you spoke about, yeah.
I'm not even joking, yeah. Thank you. And thank you for listening to me.
We've got to wrap it up in That's the time, man. All right, guys. Thank you, man. Thank you for listening and watching the podcast. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment, follow. And that's the On The Bench podcast. And we'll be back next week.